happening across the pond in the UK. They have just announced that Boris Johnson will be the next Prime Minister. Let's listen in.
Yeah, I'm not sure we have the audio, but when we do, we'll pull it up. That's the former mayor of London. He was one of the founders and the authors of Brexit. Now he's got 3 months to get it done, and he's got an Iranian crisis right on his doorstep waiting for him at his desk. So let's see if we get that audio up. Here we go. Here's Boris Johnson.
Thank you, Charles. Thank you very much, Brandon, for a fantastic, well-organised campaign. I think it did a lot of credit, as Brandon has just said, to our party, to our values and to our ideals. But I want to begin by thanking my opponent, Jeremy, by common consent, an absolutely formidable campaigner and a great leader and a great politician. Jeremy, in the course of 20 hustings, 20 hustings or hustings-style events, it was more than 3,000 miles, by the way, it was about 7,000 miles that we did crisscrossing the country. You've been friendly, you've been good-natured, you've been a font of excellent ideas, all of which I propose to steal forthwith. And above all, I want to thank our outgoing leader, Theresa May, for her extraordinary service to this party and to this country. It was a privilege. It was a privilege to serve in her cabinet and to see the passion and determination that she brought to the many causes that are her legacy, from equal pay for men and women to tackling the problems of mental health and racial discrimination in the criminal justice system. Thank you, Theresa. Thank you. And I want to thank all of you here today, and obviously everybody in the Conservative Party, for your hard work, for your campaigning, for your public spirit, and obviously for the extraordinary honour and privilege that you have just conferred on me. And I know that there will be people around the place who will question the wisdom of your decision. And there may even be some people here who still wonder quite what they have done. And I would just point out to you that, of course, no one party, no one person has a monopoly of wisdom. But if you look at the history of the last 200 years of this party's existence, you will see that it is we Conservatives who have had the best insights, I think, into human nature, and in the best insights into how to manage the jostling sets of instincts in the human heart. And time and again, it is to us that the people of this country have turned to get that balance right, between the instincts to own your own house, your own home, to earn and spend your own money, to look after your own family, good instincts, proper instincts, noble instincts, and the equally noble instinct to share and to give everyone a fair chance in life, and to look after the poorest and the neediest, and to build a great society. And on the whole, in the last 200 years, it is we Conservatives who have understood best how to encourage those instincts to work together in harmony to promote the good of the whole country. And today, at this pivotal moment in our history, we again have to reconcile two sets of instincts, two noble sets of instincts, between the deep desire for friendship and free trade and mutual support in security and defence between Britain and our European partners, and the simultaneous desire, equally deep and heartfelt, for democratic self-government in this country. And of course, there are some people who say that they're irreconcilable, and it just can't be done. And indeed, I read in my Financial Times this morning, devoted reader that I am. Seriously, it's a great British brand. I read in my Financial Times this morning that there are no incoming leader has ever faced such a daunting set of circumstances, it said. Well, I look at you this morning and I ask myself, do you look daunted? Do you feel daunted? I don't think you look remotely daunted to me. And I think that we know that we can do it, and that the people of this country are trusting in us to do it, and we know that we will do it. And we know the mantra of the campaign that has just gone by. In case you've forgotten it, you probably have. So it is deliver Brexit, unite the country and defeat Jeremy Corbyn. And that is what we're going to do. We're going to defeat Jeremy Corbyn. And I know some wag has already pointed out that deliver, unite and defeat was not the perfect acronym for an election campaign, since unfortunately it spells dud. But they forgot the final E, my friends. E for energise. And I say to all the doubters, dude, we are going to energise the country. We're going to get Brexit done on October the 31st. We're going to take advantage of all the opportunities that it will bring in a new spirit of can-do. And we are once again going to believe in ourselves and what we can achieve. And like some slumbering giant, we are going to rise and ping off the guy ropes of self-doubt and negativity with better education, better infrastructure, more police, fantastic full-fibre broadband sprouting in every household. We are going to unite this amazing country and we are going to take it forward. And I thank you all very much for the incredible honour that you have just done me. I will work flat out from now on with my team that I will build, I hope, in the next few days to repay your confidence. But in the meantime, the campaign is over and the work begins. Thank you all very much.
That was great.
How great was he?
Boris Johnson just proclaimed himself the dude who was named new British Prime Minister. This election there at the Queen Elizabeth II Centre in the heart of London, it was all about a race to who would replace Theresa May as the Conservative Party leader and obviously then becomes Prime Minister. He was just announced. He's the winner.
Jeremy Hunt was his opponent. He's the foreign minister. He's in charge of trying to get his that ship back and the crew back. Boris Johnson is grew up idolizing Winston Churchill, and you saw a lot of that. I mean, speaking from the hip, extremely confident. They say he's very polarizing, but he wants to bring British pride back. And man, does he feel comfortable in front of the microphone.
The leading Brexit man, I know. Reminds me a little bit of Donald Trump. Donald Trump did express his support for him, wishing him the best. Theresa May, she had her final cabinet meeting this morning, believe it or not, because they're ahead of us, obviously. And she had drinks at Downing Street on Monday night, the cabinet meeting on Tuesday, bidding farewell to her crew.
Right.
Okay, well, good luck to that man right there, the blonde man, the dude, as he just called himself, because now he's got to figure out how to break and exit with Brexit of the EU. And that is his job, and that is why she lost hers.
You know, on this new television system that we get Sky News, so I find myself watching it all the time.
You mean in the building?
In the building, and they talk about Boris Johnson much like Trump. They're like, he only cares about himself. He just wants to be famous. He doesn't want to do. And other people go, no, that is not true. I'm saying to myself, this is the same debate we're having.
Just the resemblance, even the hair.
Right, a little different. This is going to be great news between countries. The U.S. and UK are going to be a lot closer today than they were yesterday.
He seems very charismatic.
Well, let's see what happens.
Remember, he was on our show.
Yeah, indeed. So it starts today. Boris Johnson just named the new Prime Minister of Great Britain.